Well, it's a warm, sunny day here in Grand Rapids, which means it's a great day for air-conditioned comfort. So let's head inside and check out the 2012 National Train Show. Well, HO and N-Scale fans have a lot to be excited about from Kato, and here to fill us in on the details is Paul. And Paul, we'll start off with the new HO Metro equipment. You have the old Pullman cars as well as the F40s.
We are announcing here at the show the release at the end of August, retooled and new paint scheme on the F40PH for Chicago Metro. So it has the updated, modernized air conditioning and some of the other appliances that have been changed over the years to represent the engine in the past couple years to present. Along with that, we are doing the Pullman bi-level cars in the Metro paint scheme. Previously, we released these in the RTA, which covered early 70s into the early 80s. Now the Metro paint scheme, which brings you up to the current time frame.
And now these Metro cars are really neat because they have a lot of the details like in the cab coach as well as that distinct green window tinting.
Yes, they have a real neat effect if you add our optional lighting kit.
And then in N-Scale, you're doing some Amtrak equipment in Phase 3.
Correct. For those modelers out there that are in the 80s time frame for their modeling, which I am personally, we have a release of the F40PH in Phase 3 again, which we did a couple years ago. We're bringing back on the market along with the Superliners in Phase 3. And we are actually adding the ex El Capitan baggage car and dormitory car to lead your Superliner train. So it's just like any of the Western trains for the, whether it be the Chief or the Empire Builder, so you can model that for the 1980s period. And for those of the modelers who work out East Coast where they don't have the high levels running, we have a release in Phase 3 of our Amfleet 2 cars in Phase 3 paint.
So you're going to have a 2-pack with a pair of coaches, and then you're going to have another 2-pack with the cafe and baggage?
Correct.
And Paul, you're also teasing the new Silver Streak and N-Scale that's coming this fall.
Yes, it's real early in the game for exact details, but we are doing the CB&Q Silver Streak Zephyr, which is a very early diesel-powered passenger train with a unique consist of early built bug cars, and of course the rather glamorous-looking fluted E-units, the E5s, that were done exclusively for the CB&Q Railroad.
And in addition, you're having some custom-run equipment.
Correct. The Kobo line is a value-added. It's a Japanese term. It's going to be a limited production available for the most part directly through Kato USA, so you have to contact us for details. It is a custom-built item by a gentleman in Japan who works with the factory directly, and they are unique paint schemes, limited production.
All right, so a lot of great stuff coming, and Paul, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
Well, sound is the story here at the Bachmann booth, and here to tell us about is Doug Blaine. And Doug, you've got stuff across the scales here with a lot of great sound features.
Yes, we have a ON30 Spectrum 2442 locomotive that is sound ready. It is DCC equipped for speed, direction, and lighting. And we also offer a separate sound module that you can just plug in to get full tsunami sound effects. The locomotive does have a speaker already installed, so it is truly plug and play ready for the modeler.
And then in large scale, you have the C19, the 1 to 20.3 proportion model.
Right, the C19 is new also in the Spectrum line. It's a beautiful locomotive. We have several paint schemes available, and that has a plug-and-play module for control system of your choice, whether it's standard analog, DCC, you can add a sound module. It is ready to go with the plug-and-play socket.
And then in HO scale, the sound value line continues to grow with both the Union Pacific Centennial and the F units.
Right, we have the F units that, as you mentioned, are in our sound value line. And what's interesting about, in particular, the DD40AX is that it is has sound effects for dual prime movers, so that you get a nice effect with two motors going at the same time. And it's a beautiful locomotive, and it's also offered at a very affordable price point.
Very good, Doug. Well, it sounds like a lot of great things coming from Bachmann, and we look forward to seeing them.
Thank you for visiting, and happy NMRA.
Thank you. Over at the SoundTraxx booth, they're displaying the new SoundTraxx system, and here to fill us in on the details is Jarrett. And Jarrett, do you want to tell us a little bit about this, please?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our SoundTraxx unit, and the concept is you're seeing more and more modelers, especially trying to go to the smaller scale, especially N and even Z scale, and we want to make sure there's a way to get good full sound out of those scales, and ultimately small speakers don't really allow you to feel much of a diesel engine, and so the idea or solution is, how do you get the speakers in the layout and get that good sound quality? This is an approach where we use block detection and bidirectional communication to know where it's at, how fast it's going, and then SoundTraxx sits there like a fly on the wall and says, okay, then I know here's what sound effects should be. The actual user operation is very much the same as a sound decoder. They hit function 2 and can blow a whistle or a horn, ring the bell, just function 1. The operation feels the same as a sound decoder, but the speakers are throughout the layout, and then the concept is you hide them within your hillsides or underneath or overhead. You can also even put a subwoofer down below to really fill in that bass. Mm-hmm. And internally, it has storage for up to 100 locomotives. So your whole collection can be loaded up. It'll just dispatch whichever engine's going out for up to 6 operating trains. It has the sound files for pretty much about 75% of the tsunami lines.
And SoundTraxx also has some new decoders, so let's head over and take a look at them. And Jared, it looks like you have an assortment of new sound decoders for everything from the most contemporary diesels all the way to steam.
Yeah, absolutely. We continue to fill in the tsunami line, some of the things that have been very popular and coming out over the last year. Dual prime movers have been very popular, so we have a E-unit decoder. It's actually dual 567s recorded off of an actual E-unit. The U50 that Athearn released over the year, that's been a very popular sound file coming out. People want the effect of the 2 prime movers. Modern modelers want the SD70 Ace, appropriate prime mover with the new tier emissions on it. Totally new. We're also going to do our 645 non-turbo now in the plug-and-play format for Athearn, because they've released Jeep 15, Jeep 38, MP15, and it started to be enough where there's been a lot of customers that didn't get the sound and want to see that. So we're always looking at ways to fill in the line.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jarrett.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, there's a lot of big news coming from MTH, and here to fill us in on it is Andy Edelman. And Andy, you have the Alco PA and the Empire State Cars in HO to start off with.
We sure do. The Santa Fe Alco PAs are the last of the PAs that we have scheduled to bring out for the initial run, and they shipped last week. They have a chrome-plated finish on them. Good-looking engines, sold as an A-B pair as well as a separate A and a separate B for people who want to consist up differently. New York Central Empire State Express cars to complement our New York Central Empire State Express Hudson, which came out a couple of years ago. Those cars are in production now and shipping to retailers in September. So we're excited about that. We've got them on display as well.
Excellent. And I understand you guys have also caught the Norfolk Southern Heritage fever.
We have caught that fever, indeed, and we've got SD70 ACEs in HO. We also have a traditional-sized SD70 ACE in our Rail King O-Gauge line. And we have both the SD70 ACE and the ES44 in our O-scale line. So there's a lot of choices for folks to look at the heritage locomotives from Norfolk Southern. And in addition, we are getting ready to bring out an SD70 ACE in our new S-Gauge line. And that will come out later in 2013. That will also feature the Norfolk Southern Heritage line locomotives as well. So we're excited about that.
And that's some big news. I mean, the recent acquisition of S Helper service. Do you want to tell us a little more about that?
Well, sure. I mean, folks have been coming to us for years and years and years asking about S-Gauge, whether we'd get into it or not. And it's a smaller market, but our interest has always been there. And S Helper came to us late last year and said, look, we're ready to go on down the road and retire, and are you guys interested? And so we haggled around for a while and finally got that deal to completion in the spring and announced it, and we'll start shipping products first quarter of 2013. We'll have a 2013 product line announced in a catalog in October, and one of the first new pieces, in addition to rerunning just about everything that S Helper produced over the years, in new paint schemes and whatnot, will be that SD70 ACE. So we're really pumped up about it. It should be a lot of fun. An awful lot of folks are coming to us and congratulating us on continuing that fine reputation that Don Thompson and his guys created. So we're excited about it.
So it sounds like 2013 will be a big year for MTH.
Oh, I think so. We're excited about it. Things are going great, and it's a great business to be in. We certainly enjoy it. Shows like this are a great time to get in front of folks, listen to feedback, and go from there. So we're excited.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time, Andy.
Thank you very much. We'll see you.
Z-Scale's big at the Digitrax booth, and here to fill us in on the details of some new decoders is Zaina. And Zaina, you got 3 new offerings coming up, it looks like.
Yes, we do. The Z-Scale market is a small market, but they are very excited about these new products. We have a new UP6Z, which is a voltage dropper that allows the DCC to come down to the level where Z-Scale locomotives won't be harmed. They need a little less voltage to run. And we also came up with 3 new Z-Scale drop-in decoders. We've had the small Z-Scale decoders for quite some time. Those are also used in N-Scale and HO. These new board decoders, though, are specifically for Z-Scale locomotives. The American Z-Line AZL locomotives have one decoder that fits many of their locomotives. And we've also come out with 2 new locomotive decoders for some of the Markland Z-Scale for Europe.
And I understand you also have a new app coming as well.
Yes, we have a new Digitrax Toolbox app. This app is going to be a free app. It's going to be available for Apple products and Android. It allows you to get our latest news and events, find a decoder to fit your locomotive, find a locomotive that will fit a decoder you already have. It enables you to find the closest dealer to you. It gives you maps and tells you the way to get to your favorite store or the closest store if you're traveling. It has all of our manuals available right there online. It has CV calculators that will let you program the right values into your CVs. And it has our videos available. All this is also available on our website, digitrax.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Cody.
Thanks for watching this segment of our 2012 National Train Show coverage.